Yes, people, big up to every single one of you. Leeds 1, Manchester City 3. Almost 90 minutes. Let's see how long the ref's going to give extra time. Yeah, easy win for City so far. Straight after the game, we're doing the match review. Please make sure you smash the like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Really appreciate the support. Let's see, how long the ref's going to give. 90 minutes right now. Leeds is just attacking now. It would be nice to see a Leeds goal. Ooh, Leeds was close. Is that a corner? Big up to everyone that is watching this. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the like, people. Not sure if that's a corner. Should be a corner. Yeah, corner for Leeds. So 5 extra minutes as well. So it would be nice to see Leeds get one back now for the last 2-3 minutes of the game. Really be excited. Leeds has been very poor today, but I will be doing the match review straight after the game, once the game is over. The corner nowhere, Henderson, clearly easy. Yeah. Big up to everyone. Really appreciate the support. And let me know what was your thoughts. Highlight another 2 goals, Good performance overall by City, definitely. And once the game is over, we'll be sharing my screen. I'm going to go through and give my thoughts about the game. And then we're going to look ahead as well. City the next few games. Actually go very tough games coming ahead. So yeah, City's just attacking now. Palmer inside the box. Nothing. Probably will end up finish 3-1 anyway. But easy win for City. Palmer, maybe the 4th goal. Cancelo. Haaland again. Haaland could easily have had the hat-trick today. De Bruyne still trying, 92 minutes. Free kick for Leeds. Yeah, big up to everyone. Vamos. Got Millie in here already. Big up to you, Millie. Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the like, please, people. It's almost 93 minutes, so we've got 2 minutes to go. So yeah, let's just wait for the game to be over so I can, review the game properly, giving my thoughts about the game, sharing my screen with you, all amazing people. Keep smashing the like. Millie says, I'm annoying, they won. Cats Arsenal lead. Very true. We said that yesterday, didn't we? When we reviewed the Chelsea game, we said about, most likely we see City win today, but you never know. In football, anything can happen. But yeah, back to 5 points again, but still 5 points at 5 points. You will be playing them twice. Still, you still have to play. Still have to play City twice. I'm good, and you? Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Glad to hear you good. And yeah, I really appreciate the support, always back to my live streams. Really appreciate it. Big up to everyone who's watching this. Got 4 people watching me right now. Really appreciate the support. I'm just hoping for the game to be over. I just like to come, I always try to do this. When I do match reviews live, I always like to come along 5-10 minutes before the game ends. So of course it gives time as well for the live stream, basically to get ready for the match review. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. 94 minutes, or basically 1 minute to go. And Millie says February 15 and April 24. Yes, games against City. City actually go, I think City next 6 games. I'm going to go through because I will be sharing the screen, but I was actually checking that half time. City has to play in the next 2 games. They will be playing Chelsea. They will be playing Tottenham twice. I don't think Tottenham is a worry, but Tottenham always seems to find a way to play against City. Tottenham always seems to do well against City, so I don't know. Let's see. And they will play, like Millie say, against Arsenal as well. Arsenal also had, I think everyone now, because we was actually going through yesterday, everyone next quite a few games going to be. This is where probably at mid of February you will see where everyone else will be. most likely you will probably predict how everyone will finish the end of the season. And of course, there will be teams like Arsenal. I doubt our City will be signing players. I think Guardiola already said that they don't need to sign anyone. To be honest, with the squad that City has, they don't really need to sign anyone. And yeah, but yeah, I will be going through everyone in the chat as well. I will be putting everyone's comment live top. Yeah, the game is finished now. It's over, 3-1, and yeah. So let me just quickly change this, and yeah, it's over now. City just beat Leeds 3-1, back to the second place. Just behind our Arsenal, 5 points behind Arsenal. Yes. Big up to everyone who's watching this. Let's review the game. Please let me know what was your thoughts about the game today. Come on. This is why I keep saying to everyone, I do this for everyone. I want to hear everyone's thoughts, like you guys want to hear my thoughts. This is why I keep coming back. But it's good to be back again. I will probably not do any live streams tomorrow. I was actually going to do the Paris Saint-Germain game. I haven't even checked if Paris Saint-Germain won. Let me just quickly check, because I was going to. I think, yeah, Paris Saint-Germain 2-1, a player sent off, Neymar got sent off, Paris Saint-Germain score, Mbappe in the 96th minute. They always find a way, but they struggle without Messi. But otherwise, yeah, big up to everyone who's watching this. Let's review the game. I'm going to share my screen as well and go through with everyone in the chat. Let me just quickly share my screen with you, amazing people. And yeah, like I said already, very, very poor Leeds today. Absolutely shocking. First shot I have on target to score. Good header, but Henderson should have done it better. And yeah, people, let me just share my screen so then we can review the game better, got through the lineups as well, because Guardiola actually surprised me quite a bit today. And yeah, let's do this. Big up to everyone who's watching these 8 people right now. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the like. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Plenty of live streams coming. Plenty of always good football knowledge. And I want to hear everyone in a live chat. Please, come on, let's do it, people. Remember, it's free. I put a lot of hard work into it. Come on, do it. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Let me just quickly share my screen with you, amazing people. Let's see. That's better now. Yeah. Beauty, 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 beauty. Right. Let me go through everyone in the chat. Millie, I've gone through Millie, and Millie says, get a likes up, guys. That's it. Listen to Millie. Come on, people. He's free. Does not cost anything. And look, my man in here, Frankly Camp. He's a City support, by the way. Big up to you, my man. Good to see you back again. He says, hello, how is going? Looks like Neymar's still mad over the World Cup. Yeah, looks like I have actually just checked that. Before the game, I was actually having a chat with a Paris Saint-Germain fan, and I said, I might do Paris Saint-Germain review today, but I thought, come on, surely you have to pick, Leeds and Manchester City, Premier League game over League One game, right? With all my respect I have for all the French teams and League One, of course, I will always pick a Premier League game, unless Barcelona was playing, or probably like a better game, let's say Serie A. This is what I said. I will be doing a lot much around the world, right? I will be doing a review from South America football, all the big leagues around Europe, of course, Champions League and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and let's review the game. Let's talk about Leeds and City, right? As you can see in here, the stats, right? Stats means nothing. Remember, I always say in football, stats means nothing. Stats is only stats. Stats is only numbers to be in there, right? Look at Haaland. He scored 2 goals, 2 taps in, right? Easy goals, right? But he scored, right? I think that was his 20 goals in the Premier League already this season. And I remember was this before the season started or the beginning of the season? I said, if Haaland overall does not score at least 35 goals this season, overall in all competitions for City, I shut my channel down. And I was that confident. A lot of people were slagging Haaland, right? But don't get me wrong, I take Mbappe all day over Haaland easily. Mbappe can do it on his own. Haaland, most of the times, he needs, like we always seem to see players around him. But yeah, it's still a robot. It's still an absolutely beast of a player. he will be up there. He will, like I've mentioned a lot of times, right? And Haaland will be breaking a lot of records, right? He will be scoring goals and after goals. He will be breaking so many records out there. But if you compare Haaland with players like Mbappe, Messi, and stuff, it's not nearly. He's not close to the quality of that. What Mbappe produced, what Messi have done, Cristiano Ronaldo and stuff. So people should not compare. But yeah, Haaland, we should enjoy watching Haaland. The guy is a beast, and fair play, credit to him. He's always in the right place. And yeah, he's a nightmare finding a defender. I've mentioned this. I've made plenty of videos, and I said that I was actually was going to stop talking about Mbappe, talking about Haaland after I made 2, 3 videos at the beginning of the season when everyone was slagging Haaland off. I said, look, I've said what I said about Haaland. I knew he was going to smash the Premier League easily, easily. And let me see through the live chat. Hi, Frankly, congratulations on the win. Yeah, he's a City supporter, and he's not like Ronaldo or Messi in how he plays. Ah, definitely no. And Millie says that's why people don't rate him. Oh yeah, 100%, absolutely agree with you. And Guguma, big up to you. Merry Christmas to you, Guguma. Good to see you back. Haven't seen you for a while, but always good to see my, loved ones always showing me so much support. I always have so many people showing me so much support, but it's always good to see the old ones, the ones that always been since the beginning, showing so much love and support. But otherwise, fingers crossed, soon my channel will have a few changes, for the better, of course, and plenty of quality contents as always, and a lot of football around. I would say around the world. Like I've mentioned, I will be doing a lot of South American football as well, and hopefully YouTube will sort themselves out, not myself, and I start actually in a little bit of money to try invest on my channel because I need it, right? 'Cause I don't need money to live, but I need the money to invest on backing the channel. If you guys know what I mean. And Gigoma says thank you. Always happy to see you too. Happy holidays. Yes, definitely. Always good to see you. People like you, like Millie, frankly, a lot of people, a lot. Some of the guys that always support me as well that haven't really been, I guess, this time of the year, everyone is busy, everyone trying to enjoy with their families, everyone it's just it's part of life. People are busy, right? Like I said, at the end of the day, I do this because I love. But when people are busy, just don't stop doing whatever you're doing just to go, play, basically please someone. But yeah, big up to your really appreciate support. I was just gonna finish off with Haaland, yeah. As I was saying, is Haaland already 20 goals this season in the Premier League, right? Crazy stats, crazy numbers, I mean, a lot of people will say most of the goals was basically, tap ins, just easy goals. But he have only played, remember, he have only played 14 games in the Premier League, if I'm not wrong. That's what it says in here. I'm just checking. I'm not sharing with you guys, but and also he had 3 assists already. So I mean, the numbers is just absolutely unbelievable. It's crazy. This guy, like I've just said, and I will say this again. I really want to repeat myself because I have to learn a little bit to stop repeating myself on and over. Like, of course, when you got everyone in the chat, asking stuff and we're talking about a player that I've talked about millions of times. This Haaland will be breaking a lot of records. We know that. But look at his numbers. Absolutely. Just unbelievable. It's crazy. It's just, I mean, from a different world. But yeah, what's a player? And there's no doubt that he will be the top scorer this season. I actually predict him to be the top goal scorer before the season start. I say it would be between him and Aaron Kane, and also I said Nunez as well. A lot of people laugh, but I said Nunez. But remember, Darren Nunez stats for Liverpool, it hasn't actually been that bad, right? He's been in he got a red card early in the season and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what people still keep slagging Nunez off. But by the way, if Nunez scored the goals that Haaland scored today, a lot of people would have said, "I was only tappings, easy goals. That's the only way he can score." But typically, football fans. But at the end of the day, we have to respect everyone's opinions. That's a reality. I do not agree with a lot out there. I think I've said this right. This is not being cocky, but I think my football knowledge is better than any YouTubers out there. With all my respect for anyone that have so many people that has YouTube channels, I really support them all the time. But we just have to respect people's opinions. I always say this, right? I'm not betting anyone, but I always say this. Frankly, Camp says, good to win. Thanks, Millie. Yeah, I think Haaland will learn a lot on the Pep, so that's scary. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's not just he will learn a lot on the Pep, it's just the team he has around him, right? The team that is built around Haaland is just perfect, right? You know that City will always create lots of chances. So having a player like Haaland, right, he will always be in the right place as well because he's so quick, he's so clever. So you know that he will be scoring a lot of goals. He will be having a lot of chances to score a lot of goals because he will always be there. Having the team he has around him, trust me, is just unbelievable. But talking about Pep, right? This is something I like. I love Pep, right? Of course, I always like Pep because what he did for my Barca, what he's changed the football, right? Pep Guardiola have changed the style of football nowadays. The style of football, the possession, to have the possession on the ball and all that kind of stuff that all like Guardiola teams do. Guardiola clearly changed the football in the last 15 years, 10 to 15 years, and yes, look what he did something today. Look the youngsters he give, confidence. You look, let me just quickly, before I go through the stats, let me just share with you guys. Look, City lineup today, right? And this is what I love, I like about Pep Guardiola, right? As you can see in here in the screen, right? You got a very, very, very young player, talent. He shot today again, right? He did show that, he will be a future player. But let's not forget, right? I'm talking about Ricky Lewis, the right back. Let's not forget that he is only 18 years old, right? He had a very, very good game today, but not just because of today, right? So he played the whole game against Liverpool, and I remember I've mentioned that because I reviewed the game for the Carabao Cup against Liverpool, and I said how good the player that actually impressed me a lot, being so young, right? Uh, Ricky Lewis as a right back. You look at a Manchester City bench, right? They still had Walker and Joan Cancelo. But Guardiola looked the performer he had right against Liverpool. This is the kind of manager. This is why I like managers like Guardiola, Klopp as well. I could name quite a few, but look at the confidence he already given an 18 years old, right? So Rico Lewis had a good performance against Liverpool. Guardiola thought, you know what? Away to Leeds, yeah, tough game, but we've got a team around him. We've got the team to support him as well. And yeah, start him, right? He start Ricky Lewis. Absolutely, just beautiful. It was just beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. And the performance this kid had today was one of the best players in the pitch without any doubt. I thought City players today, Jack Grealish, 2 assists. First half, Jack was missing a few chances, and he just could not connect. His last touch, his last shot wasn't in there. But the second half, he picked up 2 assists. And I always said this about Jack, right? I think Jack is not a bad player, but he's not a player to worth 100 millions. There's no way Jack worth 100 million. He's a player that he will play like he did today. Overall, he had a good game, but then he's going to have another, probably one good game, and then he's going to have 10 games that you're not going to hear about Jack Grealish. It's just going to be very poor. This is a problem, is the keeping the constantly up there, being at the top, and this is the problem with Jack. But yeah, he had a good game. But going back with Ricky Lewis, how amazing is that? Seeing that from Guardiola. I'm not sure what you guys think. Let me know in the live chat. What was your thoughts, right? Having the best right backs in the world, like the likes of Joan Cancelo and Walker, and still playing, an 18 years old away to Leeds, right? I mean, come on, I know Leeds haven't been brilliant this season. Leeds is going to struggle. I think I've said this yesterday. I said I think Leeds will stay up, but I do believe that Leeds will struggle this season. But somehow they will manage to stay up. They haven't actually had a bad team, but it was poor today until that 3-0. They was shocking. Then, of course, 3-0 up, City. Then they got one goal back. They had, two good chances to get another one back. It would have been good if Leeds would have scored a second goal like 5 minutes before the end. It would have been, excited last 5 minutes. And Millie says, Nunez, I think he's because he's Uruguay. Yeah, I mean, Nunez is good. Nunez is not as bad as a lot of people are make out there. If you know about ball, I'm sure you know Millie. Better than a lot of people I've seen, and I'm sure that you understand everything that Nunez puts into the game. Right, is really, really good. Apart from his finish, I've mentioned this since he signed for Liverpool. I just think because he cannot speak English, he doesn't seem to get his right size of his boots. That's why he probably goes in there and asks, you know, size 42. They probably end up giving him size 47. That's why, because he needs to learn English first. But otherwise, Kevin De Bruyne will be crossing the ball over, of course, always for some of his touches. Absolutely unbelievable. De Bruyne is just what a player, special, special. Definitely this season, I've said already, and I had a chat with some of my friends that said De Bruyne, apart from the World Cup, of course, the whole Belgium was really poor, bad, the most overrated or the most overrated nation. I've said this before the World Cup start. They was poor, but apart from the World Cup, De Bruyne's been amazing. Before the World Cup, City best player, apart from Haaland. Of course, Haaland scored all the goals, but Kevin De Bruyne is just special. Frankly, Cam says Lewis plays better right back than Cancelo. Crazy. Well, the last two games, like against Liverpool and today, Lewis he showed passion. He showed so much energy. He showed that he wants to. I know he's young. He's only 18 years old, but he also showed that he's actually been playing the game for a little bit longer than he's been playing, because he was actually good against Liverpool. I've mentioned this, and today he was absolutely really, really good. He impressed me again today. A talent, looks like he's a talent in there. And of course, he has the right manager as well. On a Guardiola, with young players. Come on, Guardiola. I know he seems to spend a lot of money, but he always seems to spend a lot of money at the clubs he goes. But remember, he also likes to give the youngsters a chance. And Millie says it's true. Says Arteta, he started this trend, the young Saka, Emilian Smith Rowe. Yeah, but the thing is with Emily Smith Rowe, he's just been injured as well, and he's that player like I've mentioned about. It's the same with Jack, right? He's gonna play 2 games good, then he's gonna go and have like 5, 6 games. It's all about the, you know, I've said this already. It's all about it constantly, being performing. And this is the problem with a lot of footballers. This is why, the difference between Messi and Ronaldo to everyone else is massively, because Messi and Ronaldo has been at the top for so long, keeping up there, for so many years, 16, 17 years, high level. We just saw Messi playing in a World Cup at 35 years old and performer in every game like, he was 25. Unbelievable. Um, Saliba, do you rate him? Of course, Saliba is absolutely world class. I've said so much. I know you're new to my channel, but what I've said about Saliba is unbelievable. With his age, yeah, the way he, when he's under pressure, he does not shake. He does not feel the pressure. When he has the ball inside of his own box with 3, 4 players around him, he does not care. He still has time to turn around. I mean, what a talent Saliba is. What a defender. Not consistent. Of course, we know this is the biggest problem. Exactly what Millie says. Consistency is the main, is key for clubs, players. It's the same with life, right? And dips in performance as well. Yeah, very true. And Millie says he's building the squad for death in case of injuries and a long season. Yeah, very, very true. It's still going to be a long season. And I said this a few times. I said we're going to see the real season now after the World Cup. I've mentioned this yesterday. I think I remember you heard me saying this, that we're gonna see a real season now. Now we're gonna see the real teams like City. Let's see how Arsenal's gonna keep up on all that kind of stuff. And she says Jack dips in performance. Very true. Absolutely agree. Not Saliba. Yes, but yeah, going back with the lineup. I was surprised, but it did actually work well. And I thought Lewis was absolutely brilliant. I thought overall as well, De Bruyne had typical from De Bruyne, another very, very good game. Haaland, typical from Haaland, he will be up there. He will be in the right time to score as well. Scored 2 goals. He could have scored a hat trick easily. He had another, 3 more fingers of chances to score. So yeah, I mean, he wasn't. But the thing is, Leeds. Yeah, you will give credit to City, but then Leeds was very poor. All Leeds was doing, right? Let me just go back through the stats because I know, like I said, stats means nothing, but when Leeds and that first half Leeds was absolutely shocking, right? Like I said, until the 3-0 was just the only shot they had on goal, right, was the actually goal they scored, right? And of course, you're playing against City. You know that City will have the most possession on the ball. City will create the most chances as well. Most of the times, right? Let me just go through in here. Music Maker says, "Hey, boss, really appreciate the support." Music Maker, welcome back to my channel. Good to see you again. Really, really good to see you. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. And going back with City, of course, you expect City against Leeds to have, create plenty of chances and stuff. But yeah, City completely dominate them. The pressure that City put in the last, I would say, in the last 35 meters of the pitch, yeah, that is the kind of pressure that Guardiola teams does, and I like to see that. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of, a team that can play with the ball and also can play without the ball. Is key, is important. In football is important if you know how to play without a ball, right? Without the ball is one of the main keys to succeed in football if you know how to play. And Guardiola teams always know how to play with the ball and without a ball most of the times, right? And we saw the pressure that City was putting on Leeds, in the last 35 meters of the pitch, yeah, was to Leeds halfway of the pitch was unbelievable. Absolute brilliant. That 45 minutes was good. It was 1-0. Another goal come at the end, but before that, City had a few chances. But then the City come in the second half with just like a bank straight away. Guardiola told them, let's go in there and let's just score a second goal to try and basically kill this game. That's what they did. Second and third, easy. 2 assists from Jack, fair play. Like I said, Jack actually did not had a bad game. Overall, was, I would say, a good game. One of the best players today, that's for sure. But is a player that I've mentioned. I actually tweet a halftime on my Twitter and I said, if Jack is worth 100 million, my football, my ball knowledge is worth 1 billion. Yeah, Jack, like I said, he's good on the ball. 1-to-1, he's good. He's really bad without a ball, right? Because I've just mentioned now teams without a ball, how important it is to know how to play without a ball. And Jack doesn't really know how to play without a ball. On the ball, yeah, he's good. He's one of the best 1-to-1. He has the skills, technique. He is really good, but he's not a bad player. But like I said, he's definitely not worth 100 million, not in a million years. And Music Maker says Manchester City played well, yeah, easily, but then Leeds help as well because Leeds was just poor. Leeds pressure as well. Leeds wasn't put any pressure on City today. I didn't see any pressure until, like I said, after the 3-0, because City slowed down. City clearly slowed down. And but yeah, Leeds just been ups and downs this season. They had a good performance against Chelsea this season, a good performance against Liverpool. They actually beat both of them. They played well against Arsenal at home as well. They lost 1-0. They should have probably won that game. But yeah, Leeds is just, like Millie says in here, when we talk about players, right? Just not constant. This is the key. And frankly, Cam says, by the way, big up to everyone who's watching this. Really appreciate the support. Really, really appreciate. Come on, guys, come on. Smash the like. And if you're new to the channel, just subscribe. It's free, does not cost you anything. Please. And frankly, Cam says, only player I criticize a bit is Gundogan. He loses compass, gives the ball away in games, really annoying because then teams counter-attack, you mean? But yeah, the thing is, Gundogan, I like Gundogan. I think Gundogan is a good player, good on the ball. He knows how to find his pace as well. The way he moves with the ball, he's really good player. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. And today we actually saw that. Today we actually saw him, giving the ball away too much, and some of his last touch, his last seasons is a bit poor sometimes. He's a quality player. But I get where you're coming from, my man. And frankly, Cam says Grealish to he lose concentration in games. Yeah, he does easily. When he gets wound up, he easily lose concentration. And like we saw today at halftime, he was actually not playing that bad, like I mentioned. Just his last touch, his finish was a bit poor. He could have scored literally two in that first half. But then at halftime, Guardiola probably just told him something, gave him a bit confidence, and yeah, he got into bank 2 assists in the second half. Fair play to Jack. And yeah, but I get where you're coming from. Losing concentration, that's what you do. Is when players want him and up, and he started losing, the ball a little bit, missing passes and stuff. He just seems to lose it. And he says, BC means because, brother, yes, fair play, my man. Fair play. Thank you for, let me know what BC means. And yeah, like I said, yeah, Leeds was very poor. Leeds, wow, was shocking. I'm going to go through the table as well in a minute. I'm just going to go through the next few games as well. What is for Leeds, what is for City. But yeah, overall, apart from, no surprise. That was a good surprise. Ricky Lewis started a game. I enjoyed watching that kid playing today. That for me, that was a surprise because having João Cancelo, like I mentioned, and Walker, and still playing Ricky Lewis. What a manager Guardiola is. I mean, just brilliant to see. And yeah, not much to say about the game. The game was just I want to be a better game, a more exciting game, but clearly it was just City through the first 70 minutes, 71 just before Leeds score. He was just City and City. Leeds too poor. There was not connection between Leeds line back four, the middle, and even the attacking players as well, through the right, through the left as well. It was just Leeds could just not create. Leeds could, in our first 65, 70 minutes, Leeds could not have the ball for more than probably 20 seconds. It was shocking to see. Do you think he was right to drop Calvin Phillips? Yeah, I mean, Calvin Phillips, I'm pretty sure you heard that Guardiola said Calvin Phillips come back from the World Cup, in a bad fitness. He's not fit at the minute. He's been injured before the World Cup, and he basically hasn't really played for City this season, right? And yeah, you have to drop Kevin Phillips, and yeah, like Millie just said, supposedly he's overweight, like Guardiola said, and he looks muscular. Yeah, he looks like he got the physique and muscles as well, but like Guardiola say, he's not fit. He hasn't been fit enough, and we saw. Barry has played this season. He's been with a weird injury, and he said any one of 70 kilos can't play. Fair play to Guardiola. That's it. He's my man. That's it. You need to make sure you're fit enough. You need to make sure you work hard, train enough, to be able to play. And yeah, fair play to Guardiola. But yeah, people, let me just quickly share. I'm probably gonna try and share the lineup. Let me see. Like, I'm gonna mention a few players from Leeds. May as well. There's not much to talk about Leeds, but we've got Melzian, the goalkeeper, the French young goalkeeper. You know, in the first half an hour, he was stopping everything. He's good. I've mentioned this a few times as well about him. He's going to be the future goalkeeper for France. He's a really, really good keeper. I like him. I think he's quality. You got players like Rodrigo. You know, he's been good at times for Leeds, but he's another player that, like we've mentioned, he's just his performance is like it's just not in there always when he needs as well. And you got Harrison's the American player, who's a young player, talent as well, but it's just hard to actually pick a player today from Leeds. Apart from, I think they got good players. They've got Gnotto, you know, the Italy. He's a talent. This kid is a talent. You could tell every time he had the ball, he's a talent. He's gonna be, you know, if he gets trained properly and all that, managed properly as well, I think he's gonna be a future star. But still early stage on his career. Let's see. Leeds as well. Is it the right club for him to explore? Like I always said, time will tell. But yeah, um, Leeds goalkeeper I've mentioned. Let me just a big shout out to Leeds goalkeeper, who I think is going to be the future keeper for France. Sorry, the Frenchman is a quality keeper. I really like him. A good stopper. You know, he's a good a good sweeper as well. You know, he's a good jumper. You know, the way he seems confident as well. Even so, let's be honest, he could have saved Haaland's second goal. That was a bit poor, but yeah, he had a good game overall. He's an amazing goalkeeper, very young. And let me just quickly share my screen. Try to share with you guys the next City games, right? So let's see if I be able to see City next few games, right? So let's pick up this ladder. Let me try and get. Sorry, people. Uh, Let me just quickly do this. Better than I will probably. Do you know what? I might zoom the screen. I like to keep the screen like that so you guys can see it better. And but let's just quickly do this then. Do it right. As you guys can see in the screen, right? Because we mentioned this yesterday. We've mentioned that, like everyone, like, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, City, Manchester United. By the way, Man United beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 yesterday. That was too easy. Nottingham Forest too poor. That's what I predict when I was doing the match review against, sorry, for the Chelsea Bournemouth. Millie was actually in the live chat, and Millie said that would have been about 3-0, 3-1 for Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United is up there, Man United still got game in their hands. They're catching Tottenham. Like I've mentioned yesterday, I would be so happy. And I know Tottenham will not finish top four. This, I'm guarantee you, Tottenham will not finish top four. But as I have reviewed the game, basically, let's go through City next games, right? At home to Everton, unless I would probably say on, you know, a bad day for City, a miracle that happens, you know, I cannot see Everton beat Manchester City. I think it will be probably Haaland another 2 or 3 goals, and another 4 goals for City probably. I mean, Everton is another team that with a very poor football manager, with a very bad football knowledge, very poor tactic. I think Lampard is shocking as a manager. He reminds me of Gareth Southgate and Steven Gerrard. I've mentioned that lots of times. But yeah, I think City next game. Look, I hate predicting football games. This is why I stopped doing predictions, because I might do some predictions, you know, let's see, until the end of the season, the time that I will find for myself as well to have time to do predictions. But I just love what I like to do, and is talking about the games, talking about transfer, everything's going on, reviewing the games as well, hear everyone's thought in the live chat. This is what I like it, right? I don't really like predicting, right? Yeah, a lot of people likes to hear predictions, but football, anything can happen. You might predict wherever. I might predict City to beat Everton 4-0, 5-0, but then who knows? A surprise will come, and then people's going to say, "Oh, you predict City to win 5-0. Look, Everton beat them." You know what I mean? It's always the way. But yeah, I think City should grab 3 points on that game. Then City away to Chelsea. From what I'm seeing, Chelsea before the World Cup, what I saw Chelsea against Bournemouth, I cannot see Chelsea beating City, but who knows? It's a Stamford Bridge, Chelsea at home. Chelsea seems to always find a way to know how to play City. We've seen that in the last few years, so but clearly it's not the same Chelsea. Come on, let's be honest. And then you go another, City Chelsea. This time is, at ATN Stadium. That is for the FA Cup game. So there probably will be a lot of changes in there, different. Let's just talk about Premier League. And we've got, League Cup quarter final, Southampton City. I mean, City, even City with playing with the likes of Ricky Lewis as a right back, most likely he will play for sure. Guardiola probably end up playing Ricky Lewis as right back for the next 4 or 5 games. That would be funny to keep dropping Walker and Juan Casillo. But yeah, Southampton is poor. Shocking, shocking. Absolutely shocking. And then they go to Manchester Derby, away to Manchester. Look, let's be honest. I think Tehan's doing well for Man United so far. You know, Tehan know that would have been, the biggest job of his life so far. You know, Manchester United was in a mess. Manchester United is still in a mess. So many problems, but his Tehan seems to find a way to fix a few problems. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo went, and they actually haven't played bad in the last few games. They managed to get there. Like I said, I don't think they will finish top four, but looks like they're going in a way to finish top four. Let's see if Liverpool will manage to keep, picking up, grabbing points and stuff. But yeah, City the next few games. Let me just scroll a bit down because you got two, cup games in here. So that's not really, let's look City the next 4 or 5 games just in the Premier League. So if you go in here, then they have, a way to, after the Derby, Manchester Derby, right? They're at home to Tottenham. I've mentioned this already. At the beginning of this live stream, I said that, City should beat Tottenham, but Tottenham seems to always find a way to stop City. We've seen him this last season and stuff. They always seems to find a way, special like, in a counter attack with Son, Kane and stuff. But these guys haven't been the same, This guy, special, Son has been absolutely very poor this season. But yeah, at home to Tottenham, that should be, yeah, maybe a hard game, but it should be all right for City. And I think if you actually look, City the next games, the toughest one might be away to Manchester. That's what I've seen, the hardest game. Then they got a home against Wolves. Wolves has been a very, very disappointing team this season. Shocking, shocking. I think Wolves has actually got a good squad. A lot of good players, but I think City should get out. But then they played, they will be playing Tottenham twice in 3 games. So we're gonna have a big February with a lot of games, and Champion League is back as well. So let's wait and see. And then a home to Villa. So you look at City, it's not actually that bad, but then, yeah. You look, they will be facing Tottenham, they will be facing Man United, they will be facing Chelsea. So, I mean, tough futures, that's for sure. We've mentioned that already. Let's just quickly go back with Leeds and also the table as well, because if you actually look in here, the table now, let's look at the top, basically top 9, and let's look at the other top 9 as well. As you can see in here, the table, City 5 points behind Arsenal. It's going to be them two will be up there. Then you got Newcastle behind, Tottenham, like I've mentioned, Man United. But let's look back at Leeds, right? How poor has been Leeds this season, right? When you actually look in here at Leeds, right? I mean, come on, Leeds. They actually invest as well. They spend a bit of money. Let me just go through in the live chat quickly with Millie. Millie says they play Chelsea twice in 3 days. Very true. Premier League game and FA Cup game as well. Lampard is poor manager. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. City Everton, 4-1. I would say that as well. 4-0, 4-1, 5-0. But who knows? Let's see if Lampard can pull out on a surprise against his old team as well. And Chelsea 2, City 3. Yeah, it may be a tough game, but I do believe Chelsea needs to work a law and change a law. They need to sign players in January because I do believe now, like I've mentioned yesterday, after I was doing the review for the Chelsea Bournemouth game, they will struggle if they don't sign players. And Millie says City. That's Millie basically predicting all the games that went through City next games. Big up to you, really appreciate that. And Derby Day, Manchester game against Man United against City. That's probably going to be. If you actually look like I've just went through with all the City next games, that probably going to be the toughest one for um, Manchester City because Man United is winning games. You're winning games that will give you confidence. And Millie says they have a packed games. Yeah, that's for sure. Like we've mentioned yesterday, everyone else should be now the season we're gonna see now, the real season. But by the way, look at Leeds, right? 15 in the table with 15 games, 15 points. They're only 2 points, yeah, from bottom three. And I said this, and I'm gonna say again. I'm just gonna say one more time because I've got 10 people watching me right now. I really appreciate the support. If you're enjoying, please, and if you know, still subscribe, like this video as well. Only takes you 3 seconds. Does not cost you anything. So yeah, Leeds, they will struggle, but I do believe somehow they will stay up. But yeah, very poor Leeds. Not only Leeds. Look at teams who's there, right? Spending money as well. Spend a lot of money this season. West Ham, Everton, Wolves, Nottingham Forest brought a new squad, and Southampton, right? It's just shocking. But Bournemouth will go down. I've mentioned that yesterday, definitely. Southampton really gonna struggle this year. Might be the year they're really gonna go down. They're not gonna have much luck this year by the look of it, but who knows with Southampton. And Nottingham Forest be up there. I don't know with Nottingham Forest. I said that it's been, quite a few months now since they signed basically a new squad. Surely it's time for them to, the players to gel together, for them to be playing better because they were shocking against Man United yesterday. And I've got my men in here onto the ball. Big up to you, my man. Vamo, vamo, vamo. Onto the ball. I've got, a few people in the live chat. I'm sure they will be subscribing to you. Please, everyone who's watching this stream as well, go on support to the ball. He's on his way to 300 subscribers. Please, I'm sure he's three lads. I'm saying lads, right? But yeah, I mean, they love football. All they do is talking about a beautiful game. A Liverpool fan, I think it's two Liverpool fans and a Man United fan. Good football knowledge. They also do podcasts as well. Really good. I always love to hear the guys, and yeah, I enjoy. They've been helping me so much. I cannot thank them enough. And I always try my best to help people. I always say it's free. But yeah, if you could please subscribe to Onto the Ball, it would be amazing. That makes them happy. That makes myself happy because I always like to see, people that I like it. I like to see doing well. I always like to see people helping each other. He's always has been my goal, always helping each other, right? And yes, that's for sure. And also, I'm pretty sure Millie will drop a subscribe. He says, thanks, Jose. You don't have to thanks me, my man. Always, always being here. Some people has a different thoughts about myself. Don't know why, but I don't know. It's probably because I don't give, come on. I've got live. I don't have all the time in the world to give people enough attention, That's what people say is a lot of stuff. And yeah, Millie, a drop as a subscribe, bro. I'm pretty sure. Millie will do. And also, good Guma, subscribe. Good Guma is good. Like I said, right? When I first started on YouTube, Before I actually started on YouTube, I was actually watching some of the live streams from a guy that cool. His name is Sava. Sava Talk Football now. He used to be Sava Talk Spurs. I was actually on his live stream at the beginning when I first started. He actually helped me quite a lot at the beginning. He's a Tottenham fan and a really, really good guy. Absolute legend of a guy. But I remember seeing Guguma on his live streams all the time. The support that Guguma always showed to everyone was absolutely unbelievable. What a human we got in here, always supporting everyone. I've never seen anyone out there supporting, all the YouTubers so much, always showing so much love to everyone. It's good to see. People like Goguma now, merely, new to my channel in the last few days, is this kind of people like I've mentioned yesterday, makes you a better YouTuber, makes you stronger. It makes you want to do this more. This is why I keep coming back, because having people like this, right, it will make you want to come and back more. And like, of course, people like Onto the Ball, always supporting me all the time. Really appreciate the support. But yeah, look at the love in a live chat. Absolutely unbelievable. This is what I like to see. You know what? I don't want to swear because I don't really like to swear too much. I remember I said I will never swear. I didn't say I will never, but I said I will try not to swear on my, on my videos, on my live streams, right? Just because I've got children, of course, they watch some of my live streams as well. So I don't really like to swear because I want to be, an example of a good father, not only just a good person, but a good father too. But sometimes I do like to swear. It just comes out natural, and I will say, "Fuck the haters." That's all I can say. I know it's not nice to hear sometimes, but yeah, I would say fuck the haters, the jealous and everything. And I'm coming for a lot. I'm coming 2023, trust me. There's a lot of people out there that I'm coming. That's all I have to say. But big up to everyone. And by the way, Millie is a sister. I have subscribed. Yes, Millie is a girl, and I've been saying that, right? And but of course, onto the ball, he knows now. Big up Guguma. Look all the love in here. Look all the love. That's why I love it. And Guguma says, "Football Ferreira, you too sweet, my friend. Big up." Guguma, you know me for quite a while now. You remember seeing me on, like I've mentioned, Sava Talk Football live stream in a live chat as well. And yeah, people like this is the kind of people that I like to have in my life. People that will support me. People will always show me love. And yeah, this is what you need in life. But by the way, let's talk about football. Yeah, stop talking a bit about live stuff, right? This is about football. Let's do it. And but by the way, Ryan City go. Big up to you, my man. Good to see you back again. A City fan says great performance from Manchester City, of course. Yeah, great performance. I've said that already. I've said it was a really good performance from City. I've mentioned I reviewed the game as well. Love to see City now fast for I would say until the third goal, typical from Guardiola teams, in the last 35 meters of the pitch, the way they put the pressure without a ball is just unbelievable. And with the ball, is just class. Yeah, great performance overall, my man. And let me just quickly go. Live chat is getting busy. That's what I like to see. All the love and support by every single one of you. And yeah, let's just quickly put back to the game today. Just gonna leave the stream like that because I don't really like to put myself, in full screen. Some people don't hate seeing myself, so yeah. By the way, um, in here, in here, let me just go through in a live chat. Ryan says, "Great performance from Manchester City." I mean, yeah, of course, I know you mean that, my man, and I've gone through. Hi, Ryan. City got congratulations on a win. Yes, thanks, Millie. Frankly, Cap says, haters make me laugh. They're just mad, sad people. Very true. Couldn't agree with you anymore, my man. Ryan Hallard is a robo. We've mentioned about Hallard. I've mentioned again about Hallard today, right? I keep talking about Hallard all the time. Keep pushing forward, Jose. Of course I will. Millie, you know me. Trust me. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot good things coming up for sure. And but knowing is better. Ooh, 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 ooh. Some, we've got some spicy. I would say spicy, not hot. You know, something hot going in a live chat, and Millie says, into the wall, are you a Liverpool supporter? I'm an Arsenal supporter. Yeah, he's a Liverpool supporter. And Ryan says, Haaland has now scored 20 Premier League goals and he only needs 13 goals to be Salah record. Yeah, I've said this, after 3-4 games in the Premier League, this, the beginning of the season, that Haaland will just break everyone's records. And let's not forget that Haaland also has already 3 assists as well. So his contribution has been absolutely unbelievable. And Untable says, how tight is that bot 6? I know, absolute crazy. And I've mentioned as well with the teams that spend so much money, because if you actually look back, the bottom 6, the teams that is in there, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, West Ham, Leeds, look at Everton, look at the money they spend, absolutely crazy. Look, we're talking about the best league in the world, right? We know it's the most competitive league in the world, and we know that it's always going to be very tough. It doesn't matter if you spend money or not. It helps when you spend money, but by the look of it, look at that bot 6, onto the ball says. And Raya says, Haaland is unreal. Oh, yeah, this guy is not human. I've said this lots of times. But, look, Ryan, I know you're a City supporter, frankly, camp. I actually got quite a few City fans that always follow me. I really appreciate the support, everyone. Doesn't matter who you support. At the end of the day, it's all love, right? We can agree and disagree, but remember, we have to respect everyone's opinion. That's the main thing. We can agree a little bit in a live chat, swearing a little bit sometimes, but remember, we just have to respect everyone's opinion. And if I had to pick one in my team, if you had to pick between Mbappe or Haaland, for my team that I knew that would be more important, I would definitely take Mbappe. But Haaland is just a monster. I spoke about Haaland too many times. What a player. Haaland amazing. Yeah, I think we all agree. Only people that actually hate Haaland. I wouldn't say people that hasn't got football knowledge. Even if you haven't got football knowledge, you would still see how good is Haaland. All you have to do is just check his stats. It's absolutely unbelievable. And yes, he says Liverpool and Man United. I'm Liverpool. He's talking about his channel. Haaland is a genius. He reads the ball well. Like I said, I've mentioned this as well with Haaland, is that we have to give credits as well with him. I know the 2 goals he scored today, yeah, a lot of people will say, yeah, that was easy goals. Like I said, it was easy, but remember Haaland's credit to Haaland to be in the right place, right? He knows how to read, like Millie just said. And yeah, you have to give credit to him for being in there. Haaland is going to rise the record. He get 40 easy, easy 40. I'm not sure if he get 40 in the Premier League, but he will definitely be up there, close for sure. And if he scores 40, he wouldn't surprise me. I've said what I've said about Haaland, but the thing is with Haaland sometimes is boring. That first half he was boring. He was boring me. But then all of a sudden, bang, 2 goals. That's what he does. And also he has a team around him. And Ryan says, Haaland is way better than Nunez. I mean, he's a killer. He's definitely a better killer than Nunez, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely. And let's not forget, Nunez is not a bad player. Nunez is not as bad as people say, right? I wouldn't say Nunez is better than Haaland, no, because I've never said that. I wouldn't even say that now as well. But yeah, we should just enjoy both of it. And Ryan says Nunez needs to start finishing his chances. Very true. But remember, his work rate is there. His work is really good. And Millie says he's easily beats Kane record. For sure. 100%. Frankly, Cam says top 4, top 6, regulation are most unpredictable this season. Very, very true. I agree with you. It's so hard to predict. This is what I said. I stopped predicting now because, come on, it's just too hard to predict. Absolutely. It's just too hard. I mean, it's just hard to actually predict. But otherwise, people, I have 12 people watching me right now, and I only got 7 likes on this video. Come on, people. Like I said, I hate keep repeating myself. Please, come on. Make sure you like the video. New to the channel, please subscribe. 3 seconds does not cost you anything. Come on, people. Please, please, please. Ryan says, okay, I will respect their opinions. Of course, my man, we're always in here to respect everyone's opinion. And I still think, City's going to win the Premier League. A lot of people just now start not agree with me. They think Arsenal will win it. It will actually be Arsenal year. But I still think City, you know, once that is still a chance in there, I still think City is going to win. But let's wait and see. Frankly, Camp says, Haaland puts himself in situations to make it easy to score goals. Yes, absolutely. The way he moves as well without a ball, some of his runs is absolutely unbelievable. Very similar to Nunez. The way they both move without a ball is very, very similar. The way they create spaces as well. And Millie says, he's not technically gifted like Ronaldo or Messi. They run with the ball. Very true. We've mentioned that already. And Nunez isn't a bad player. I think he will eventually score goals. Spot on, my man. I like that. Coming from a City fan as well, I like that. Absolutely like that, my man. Much respect to you. And Millie says, as long as we beat Tottenham twice and finish higher than them, absolutely love it. I love everyone that beats Tottenham. Absolutely, I love it. I know Guguma. Look, let's not forget Guguma is a Tottenham fan, right? He's, I feel, a little bit sad to say bad stuff about Tottenham just because of Guguma. A great human supporting a club like Tottenham, a small club, a club that, celebrate the Audi Cup like they won Champions League. Come on. But big up to Guguma. We all love you, Guguma. And Millie says, I'm happy. If Arsenal win it, it will be exactly 20 years since we last won the league. Millie can dream. Yeah, very true. And Gugumi is just laughing at the minute. Big up to you. Really appreciate the support. But yeah, people, um, really appreciate the support. Let me just quickly stop sharing my screen because, let's not forget that it's almost 11 o'clock in the night. I still got a little bit, a few things to do. Working on my probably next stream, my social media, and I've got to get up early in the morning for work. And let me just stop sharing my screen right now because I will probably give another 2 minutes just to say, a big thank you to everyone that always show me the support. Really, really appreciate it. And let me just go through in a live chat again. Millie's laughing. And Ryan City says Arsenal face Brighton. Yeah, they're away to Brighton the next game, and Newcastle next games will be more of a challenge for Arsenal. I 100% absolutely agree with you, my man. And I went through, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, Boxing Day. I reviewed the game between Arsenal and West Ham, and we actually mentioned that. Yeah, everyone seems to have. Sorry, I keep burping, and everyone seems to have tough futures coming ahead. Good to see, excited. Hopefully, Football Ferreira will always be in here. Good live streams as well. Keep bringing the live streams up. That's for sure. And Millie says, yes, keep pushing forward. Come on, you Gunners. Yes, it would be nice to see Arsenal win the league, but I still think City's going to win. Who knows? But I think if Arsenal finish second at the end of the season, if Arsenal finish second, I've said this a few times, but let me say again that Arsenal fans should be proud for what Arsenal have achieved this season. And yeah, by the way, people, it's time to say goodnight to every single one of you. I can't thank you guys enough. I will ask one favor. If you haven't on your way out, if you're new to the channel, if you could subscribe, I really appreciate the support. And also, if you could smash the like on this video on your way out, and may drop a comment as well on a comment section as well. If you want to drop a comment as well, that helps. I'm not asking for much. That's all I ask. Remember, I always say this: 3 seconds is free. Does not cost anything. But big up to everyone. Much love to everyone. And I will see you guys very soon. Not sure if I'll do a live stream tomorrow, probably with La Liga. Let's see. Or definitely be back Friday with Liverpool against Leicester. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And let me see. Millie says, great stream, guys. Thanks for the chat. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate it. And the feedback is always good as well. And thank you, Grant Shaw. Yeah, massive thank you to every single one of you. Good night. God bless you all.